The Great Schism by Thaloran, the Wise. In ages lost beyond recall, when God strode high and stars would call to whisper secrets, deep and old, to sages wise and warriors bold, there lay an isle of splendour bright, its forests vast, its peaks alight. This land was called fair Thaloran's name, a jewel of green, a land of flame. There dwelt the sons, keepers sworn, to tend the groves where gods were born. Their voices rose in solemn tune, with dawn's first light, with silvered moon. They wove the winds, they sang the rain, they bound the world in sacred chain. But from the north, in shrouded guise, a warlord rose with burning eyes. The Lord of Mounds, in steel arrayed, with iron will and blood-stained blade. A name of dread, a whispered curse, his hunger vast, his soul perverse. Through fire and war he carved his path, a storm of steel, a tempest's wrath. And in his wake the Watcher came, a shade unseen, a nameless name. From realms beyond the god's own kin, he spoke to beasts, he whispered men. Dark truths he told, forbidden lore, to shake the earth, to break the shore. The Lord of Mounds, with heart inflamed, bowed low before the one unnamed. Beside him stood a queen of dread, with raven locks and lips blood red, the dragon queen, of beauty dire, her soul consumed by sorcery's fire. She drank the Watcher's shadowed boon, she danced beneath the midnight moon. With wicked tongue and burning hand, she wove dark chains o'er sea and land. Thus rose the storm, thus broke the peace, and Thaloran's light began to cease. The sons stood, their voices strong, with wisdom deep, with ancient song. The shadowed sun, with banners high, with oaths of steel, with battle cry. Yet sorcery deep and war untamed, unmade the world, the land was maimed. In realms beyond, the spirits fought, as eldritch hands their doom had wrought. In mortal lands, the rivers bled, as fire consumed and warriors fled. The mountains groaned, the forests wept, and deep below, the dark ones crept. Yet in the end, as fate unspooled, the dragon queen in fury ruled. Against her lord she raised her hand, joined shadowed sun to battle stand. The sky was torn, the heavens burned, the sea arose, the tide had turned. In foaming wrath the waters swelled, and to the deep the queen was felled. Still watched the Watcher, still he grinned, as mortals played the game he'd pinned. For knowledge dark and power vast would ever lead to doom at last. Yet from the ruin hope took flight, as four stood tall in dying light. Brave generals, in shadows lost, who paid the toll, who bore the cost. They knelt before the mounded lord, they bowed before the Watcher's word. Their lives they gave, their souls they spent, to break the war, to halt torment. And so the isle, though torn and scarred, was spared from fate both bleak and hard. Yet never whole would Thaloran be, for chains once loosed, none may free. The schism lingers, deep and vast, a wound that time shall never cast. And in the dark, where whispers creep, the Watcher waits, his vigil deep.